Hello, guys. So this morning, as I was getting prepared for church, something that came across my mind, and I posted a question on Facebook on my page, and I asked, is some of us going through it right now because we're taking the responsibility of demons that someone else that we love or care about is facing? And I know some of you guys may ask, what do I mean by that? I know a lot of people, to include myself, has put ourselves through unnecessary chaos because we are trying to work through someone else's problems. We're trying to fix their problems ourselves instead of allowing them to fix the problem that they have. And because we do that, we tend to lose ourselves. We tend to forget who we are. We tend to stop working on what we are supposed to be working on, because now our main focus and our main objective becomes them and their issues and their demons and their problems. And I feel like I don't think it's a bad thing to help people. I don't think it's a bad thing to give someone advice, but I don't agree that you should allow someone else's problems or things that they're going through consume your entire life, where now you are neglecting yourself. I believe that you should give advice to those individuals, and then you should pray. You should pray for them. You should go to God and say, of course, He already knows what it is that they're experiencing because He knows everything. But you should go to Him and just send out a special prayer for that individual, for God to be able to help and guide and lead them through whatever it is that they're going through. But I don't feel that what they're going through should come at your expense. I'm just saying, I've been guilty of it, where I have allowed other people's problems to come at my expense. That means my happiness, my eating habits, my sleeping. I literally have allowed other people's problems to consume my entire life. And when I did that, I stopped living. I stopped working on my goals. I stopped being happy. I stopped having patience because I was so overwhelmed with trying to fix them. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. And it finally came to a point where I could no longer do that physically, mentally. It was killing me. So I was like, I got to find a better way. And, through therapy, and through prayer, God He gave me the message that, listen, I understand that you don't like what it is that they're going through. I understand that you love them. I understand that you care for them, but you are not the know-all. You don't have it all. Give it to me. Pray about it. And that's what I had to do. And so the irony is, today when we went to church, the message was about evangelism. And my pastor immediately said, I know some of you guys are going to say, Pastor, I ain't ready to spread the word. I ain't no preacher. No, I ain't perfect. And so he said, that's usually what comes to people's mind when you say the word evangelism. And he said, everybody has a message to share. He said, because all of us have been through some type of experience where the only way that we got out of that situation was through God. He said, and believe it or not, there's somebody else that could be going through something like you have experienced before. And the only thing we have to be willing to do is spread the word. And so somebody's like, he made a couple jokes after that. And, he kind of elaborated on it a little bit more. But to sum it up, he was like, the followers, us, people that are followers, are actually the ones that are responsible for changing the world. And, you're like, oh, I ain't changing the world. He was like, you'll be surprised if you just be willing to speak up and tell someone about something that you've been through, where God has came in and showed up and showed out in your life. And it can actually help someone else that may be going through. And so it spoke to me so well because, like I said, when I started doing these videos, it solely was based on to try to help other people, because I'm sure there's somebody that is listening, and I know it because I've received a lot of great feedback from several different people where my message I may have been talking about removing the junk, but people was able to apply it in every aspect of their life and able to make a better decision or do something that they was afraid to do. But after hearing my message, they went out and did it. And so for me to hear that message just today from the pastor about evangelism and about, put it out there. If he puts it on your heart, put it out there. And so when it came over me, when I was getting ready for church, and I decided to put out there what it came across my heart, and it was, listen, I want you to ask yourself, are you going through it right now because you are taking the responsibility of somebody else's demons? And I say to you that if you answer yes to that question, I want you to let it go now. Let it go. I want you to then pray and give it to God. He is going to be the best solution for those individuals. And guess what? It don't have to come at your expense. It don't have to make you stop dreaming and living and going forward in life, because now you have taken the weight off of you and you've given it to him. So if you answer yes to that question that I posted this morning on Facebook, that you are going through it right now because you are taking the responsibility of someone else's demons, I'm telling you right now to let it go, pray, and give it to God. That's the best thing you can do. Until next time, guys.